Hey guys, Happy Splasher here. Good morning. So right now we're going to start with a pit run this week. So yeah, let's check it out. So we have this boss here, Disgusting Todd. Let's take a look at his skills. So whenever an ally attacks a building, they will deal damage to this building. Every third turn will transform a random enemy except a building into a sword in stone. And then on the sixth turn will deal damage to enemies for each building. Okay, a couple things. Looks like we're going to have enemies that are going to deal damage to our buildings. So we want to make sure we have as few buildings as possible, especially since they will take extra damage. On the third turn, we're going to see a random enemy, which is our heroes, transform into a sword in the stone. We'll need to see what the sword in the stone does once it comes into play. And we want to make sure we actually have heroes that can summon a lot of other heroes, so that way we'll have less of a chance of one of our more important heroes being transformed. Finally, on the sixth turn, we'll take damage to our heroes for each building. So once again, if we can end up clearing our buildings, that would be a good thing so that we can avoid taking damage. I'm pretty sure the sword in the stone is also a building too, but we'll take a look when it comes out. So yeah, let's hop right in. And we're going to be using the Morgoth skin for this week until we see some other dangerous bosses around. So let's take a look at the buildings. As you can see, there are quite a few over here. And it probably makes sense for us to get rid of these buildings, so we will do that. I do want to start using our commons and our rares over the next couple of days, just so that we can save our better heroes for later. So let's start with this hero here. This hero here has high health and just high health for now. Okay, we have the young primate over here with an attack boost for a turn, also spikes. We'll summon this hero over here just to get rid of the buildings so we can avoid taking that additional damage. We still have our other buildings to get rid of, but that'll be fine. They'll end up clearing them out for us. Okay, we have this frozen Morguard here, freezing two of our heroes. Also some extra damage once he attacks. We'll go with, let's see. Not too concerned about these heroes, especially since we do have quite a amount of health. So we'll just go with this hero over here on the open lane C. As you can see, the sword in the stone coming out. A little bit of attack boost to our heroes. Again, not too concerned right now. We have this cultist here with a bush in front of himself. That bush does count as a building and it does have spikes. We'll keep going and we'll summon another range hero on the open lane A here. We're also dealing additional passive damage with our Morgoth, so in this case we don't need to worry about that. Okay, at this point we do have our soul binders ready, so what we're actually going to do is do both our damage skill, which is not going to matter, but then more importantly we'll get our soul binders, which we can use to clear out these heroes. And then we'll also just start summoning these commons, not really too concerned about wasting them. Okay, so we did clear out all of those heroes, so that's good. Alright, we have this Grim Warden. This, when he is attacked, it will summon an extra attack rune, and then we'll also have a tombstone. Just keep on summoning commons, as mentioned. Okay, this turn we're going to see some damage happen because of the number of buildings that we have. That is fine. Keep going, and keep summoning heroes on the open lanes to attack. Okay, we have this totem here that deals damage to our heroes at the end, and also spikes to a random nature ally, which they don't have. Okay, so we'll do another summon here. And there we go. So that was Disgusting Todd. And you can see those soul binders really did help us clear out the board pretty fast, and the damage was minimal, I would say. Okay, we're on this next boss here, Yatzy Ball of Anger. Let's take a look at his skills. So at the start of the turn, we'll summon 2 Sparks of Rage to the allied and enemy melee cells. Every second turn, we'll deal damage to the enemy Warlord for every Spark of Rage. And then on the 7th turn, we'll summon 4 Bolts the Wardens to the first row. Okay, a couple things. Looks like we're going to see 2 of these heroes come out, these Sparks of Rage, to both their cells and then our melee cells. So we want to make sure that we can probably clear them out, especially since they could deal a lot of damage. On the second turn, we'll see damage to our Warlord for every Spark of Rage. So once again, if we can clear those out on the field, that'll be good, so that way we take less damage. Finally, on the 7th turn, we'll see 4 Bolts the Warden come out into play. We'll have to see what those do, and then we'll have to probably take care of them as well. Okay, so yeah, let's hop right in. Okay, let's take a look at the buildings. Okay, and I do see that this building here, this infirmary, heals one of our heroes to full health, so we want to make sure we can protect that. We'll start with our rare here with the high health, and we're placing it here on a 3, just to make sure that we don't get hit by splash. Okay, looks like here are the Sparks of Rage. When they die, they deal damage to every adjacent hero, okay, and then they also have Flight, so that means we'll need to hit them with either a Flight hero of our own or a range hero. We have the Scarecrow coming out to deal damage to our Order heroes, which in this case were the Infirmary and the other building. Also has Reborn, so we'll also deal more damage over there. Let's see. Alright, let's go clear out the Sparks of Rage. This will be attacked. Let's go over here. Yeah! Right, triggering off one Reborn. Okay, we just have the other one Balls of Rage. And then as you can see, some additional damage happening to our Warlord. Okay, let's see. So combat will destroy that. I do know that the adjacent damage will actually destroy this one too. We'll go with our damage skill, even though these will all be cleared out. And then we'll follow up with this common here on the 2. Okay, some additional damage happening again. More Balls of Rage. Okay, at this point, it looks like we can't summon because we have all melee heroes. Okay, we have the Sting Weasel. This will transform one of our wounded range heroes into a reward box, which in this case would just be this hero. We can't do our Soulbinder summons because all of the Balls of Rage are in the way. So what we'll do is we'll do a shuffle to look for a range hero. And we do find one. Let's use it to actually clear out this Sparks. That way we can have our melee hero attack over here. We had the Ding Weasel transform our range hero, and then we had some more Balls of Rage coming out. Or Sparks of Rage, rather. Okay, let's see. We have this Dark Acolyte with some Vampirism to 2 of the enemies. Also, when she dies, she'll deal damage to our Warlord. Summon this range hero over here on C1, just to spread out our damage. Okay, some more Sparks and some more damage to us again. Okay, next turn we're going to see the the Warden. Let's summon. Okay, we still have our epic here for a range summon, but we'll do another shuffle, and we'll find another range hero, which we don't. So we'll do one more shuffle, and we do. All right, so we'll summon that. Okay, so here are the the Warden. We'll get an extra copy of himself. We'll also deal damage to extra radiuses, and also we'll deal damage to our Warlord when they die, along with Flight, so an upgraded version of the Sparks. We also have this Love Mage over here that will heal one of the enemies to the max once another one dies. At this point we can do our Soulbinders because we have one spot open, so we'll do that. And then we'll finally summon another range hero to also take advantage of the Soulbinder again. Break this here, and there we go. So that was Yatzy Ball of Anger. Okay, well, we are now waiting for the next boss to show up, which will happen tomorrow, so we will see you guys later. This is Happy Splasher, signing off.